Recently, you guys know I turned 18, and when you're 18, you're allowed to get a tattoo legally without a parent's consent. Today is November 16th, and I had my tattoo appointment November 14th. So it's been about 2 days since I got my tattoo. So I always heard that the foot was one of the worst places to get a tattoo, but my mom got a tattoo on her foot and she said it wasn't that bad, so I knew that I wanted my first tattoo to be smaller and something very meaningful. So I got a little tattoo on my foot. It says "Love you boo XOXO" and it's written in my dad's handwriting from a letter that he wrote me. So that's the backstory behind that. Basically, I was so nervous when I got there. We got there like 10-ish minutes early and we just sat in the car for 5 minutes because I was so anxious, because I was expecting it to hurt a lot. And I'm not bad with pain, but the anxiety for the pain is really scary for me, so I wanted to know how it felt, and I never had a tattoo before, so I didn't know how it felt. But going in there, since it was COVID, I was only allowed to bring one person, so I brought my mother, and we had to wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart from the other people, so the waiting room was very sprawled out. Oh, here's a baby Bubba. But I found my tattoo artist on Instagram because I wanted wording from somebody else's handwriting, from like a note. And I know that some tattoo artists focus on other things. Some focus on lettering, some focus on nature and like faces and like all these different types of tattoos. So I wanted to find somebody that was close to me and really had what I was looking for on their page. So I found my tattoo artist, and she had a bunch of other tattoos from people holding like notes that like they brought in the paper, and then they got the tattoo, and they were like, well, somebody got like a tattoo from their mom's like handwriting right there, and it was like on a post-it note and she was holding it, and that was really cute. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to her because she's done this before. And I wanted to go in on a Saturday so that I could have my mom there because she works throughout the week. I just felt like a Saturday would have been the best day to get a tattoo. I don't know. So I messaged her and I was like, do you have any Saturday appointments coming up that I can get a little tattoo in? And then she messaged me a couple days later and said that she had one for November 14th, and I messaged her in like the beginning of October, I think. So I found her and I locked in my appointment, and I sent her like a little photoshopped picture I made of the tattoo that I wanted, and she said, all right, looks good, see you there. So I called and put a deposit in. The deposit was $65. So I was expecting this tattoo to be like $150 max because it's like a little foot tat. So I was like, I don't think it's gonna be that expensive, but it might be. I don't really know. I don't know anything about tattoos. So in my family, people don't really like care about tattoos. Like my mom, she has a tattoo on her side, she has a tattoo on her foot. My dad had a bunch of tattoos. He had like a bunch on his arms. He didn't have sleeves, but he had like just like a bunch of them everywhere. And he had a big back piece. My grandpa has a big back piece, and then my grandpa has arm tattoos. So tattoos aren't like frowned upon in my family. I'm very lucky in that aspect because since I was around people that had them, I always wanted one because I thought they were beautiful. The anxiety leading up to this was way worse than the tattoo itself. Since it's like, my tattoo is like kind of long and like, it's like kind of long, and she started at the bottom and she like worked her way up. It's like kind of shiny right now because I have ointment on it because it's still 2 days fresh tattoo, and I think it looks amazing. She started with the X's and O's, and then she got to the second word, and then like right after she started on the U part, that's when it kind of like started to like burn a little bit, and it kind of felt like, I don't know if you guys ever did this when you were a kid with an eraser, but you just like kind of rub it on your hand really fast and then it like burns. It felt like that, but then like I was also getting like like right after I did that for a really long time, a cat scratched it. That's what the pain felt like to me. And right there it got really, like towards the first 2 words, it got really kind of more intense than earlier. Like I would say that overall the pain was like a 6 out of 10 at the worst. And at the beginning I would say it was probably like a 4 out of 10. But again, everybody has different pain tolerances, and just depending on your pain tolerance, it might feel different to you. But it wasn't that bad. So she was really sweet, and she tried to talk to me, but I was just like trying to like take my mind off what was happening. And then my mom was in there, so she was trying to talk. This was kind of like uncomfortable and annoying. It wasn't as painful as people like make it out to be. So when I went to check out, everybody there was super nice and super sweet. And the guy who I was supposed to like, who was the front desk person, he was eating lunch, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I have to interrupt you to pay for this. And because I had put the deposit in, I had $65 already towards the tattoo, so that was great. I was really glad I did that. So he was like, the tattoo comes to $65. So my foot tattoo was paid for by my deposit, and then I had to pay like an extra $10 for taxes. And then I was gonna give her a really good tip because she was amazing. So I thought that I clicked 25% tip because it was like 15, 20, 25, so I was gonna give her the max that I was allowed to. And I didn't realize that it was only taxing on the $10 and not the 65 plus the 10. So her tip came to like $2, and I was like, what the heck is this? So then I just handed her a $15 tip because I was like, we're really amazing and really sweet. So I wanted to give her a bigger tip, but I didn't realize it was that. So I gave her a $15 tip. So my tattoo came to like $85 for my tip and stuff. It was a really good deal, and I didn't realize that. I thought that it was gonna be like $100. When I was leaving, I got a little aftercare sheet saying how to like keep it wrapped, keep it clean, keep it moisturized, and it was just telling me all that stuff. And then I also got this little tattoo ointment sample thing that I've been putting on once a day, and it smells really good. I looked it up, and I could get like a bigger container of this for $10, but I think that I'm definitely gonna go back there and get another tattoo because I have another tattoo idea for like one of my like right collarbone tattoos. I think those are really cool, so I think I'm gonna get one of those next because now I know that it's not that painful, and I got it on my foot, which is one of the most painful places for a tattoo. So like my other places that aren't as painful will be more bearable for me. So like this was very bearable. I never cried. I just kind of like sat there on my phone scrolling to try to distract myself, so I wasn't like focusing on the pain and like what was happening. So I was like, that was a big help. It's just like trying to keep my mind off of looking at that, because if I looked at that, I realized it was more painful because I was looking and seeing the needle going in my foot. I've also been washing it with antibacterial soap in the morning when I wake up, because I think that I like kick it in my bed and stuff, and I don't know, I don't want it to get infected. So when I wake up, I wash my hands with antibacterial soap. Then I put some soap in my hand, and then I like set it up a little bit, and then I scrub my foot. And then I like cup water on it from my hand, because I don't think I'm supposed to put it directly under water pressure because that can mess it up. So I've just been like cupping it and pouring it onto my foot from that way. I think that if you are thinking about getting a tattoo and you're just scared of the pain is definitely worth it if it's something you really want. I feel like the pain is very bearable. It's not terrible. It's not like agony, crying, and then like you see all these people with sleeves, and it's because it's really not that bad. If you really want one, don't let the fear of the pain keep you from getting one, because if it's meaningful to you and you want it, you should go for it. I would say do your research, find a tattoo artist that is suitable for what you want, like how I did. I originally messaged another guy, but he never got back to me, and then I found this girl, and then I was like, she's responding to me, so I'm just gonna go for her instead of the other guy. because they had like very similar work. So I was like, I'm just gonna go for her because she's responding to me and she's closer to me. So that was my experience getting my tattoo. So if you enjoyed that, give it a like, and thanks for watching.
Some days I'm a kamikaze. There's no way you can fucking stop me. I can't look back.